it's true because I'm like just like adding to that. I'm the type of person I love to learn from as much as possible. I don't just turn up, do the event or say, and then come back. I love to learn from everything that I work on, and kind of adding on from that as well. What kind of advice would you give for the youth when they're working on say business or product? What would you kind of advise them to work on? Adding to that.
It's a good question. I would say I would talk about sort of purpose,
Mm,
and I mean that in quite like a broad way, in broad sense. So I don't mean you've got to go and like give your life to the third sector or to a charity or something like that, and do it that way. I just mean like just be clear about why you're doing something.
hmm
So don't go into it blind. Build a bit of a narrative and a story around why you're doing it.
Yeah.
So that when someone asks you a question, you're like, well, I'm doing it because I want to have loads of impacts on this, this, and this, or I'm doing it because this builds my experience in this area because ultimately I want to get here.
Mm,
Or I really, really love t-shirts, and like, I've always wanted them to be slightly longer, so I've gone out and designed them that way.
yeah.
It's like, just like make sure that your purpose and your passion just like absolutely bleeds out when someone asks you about the work. It's just so obvious. It's just right there, and
Mm,
I think that's what I would, the single piece of advice I would give. I'd also say, definitely don't be a dick. Don't just
yeah. It's
don't be.
true. Yeah.
Come back around, and you'll know when you've put the phone down, or when you've like leave a meeting, or when you'll know when you've been a dick, and
Yeah.
like don't do it. Like say sorry for it.